They weren't supposed to cry. This was supposed to be a celebration, a tour stop, a night of hits, lights, and unforgettable memories. But what went down at Villa Park? Nobody saw it coming. Kendrick Lamar and SZA left the stage in tears. And the crowd, they went absolutely feral. People screaming, sobbing, clinging to each other like the sky had fallen. Some fans fainted. Others just stood there, stunned, phones shaking in their hands. But here's the thing, nobody's talking about yet. This wasn't just about music. This was something way deeper, something personal. There was a moment during the performance, a look, a silence, a skipped lyric that changed everything. And when SZA broke down mid-song, when Kendrick vanished off stage without a word, the internet exploded. Fan theories, leaked videos, whispered rumors, and one haunting message posted moments before the show began. Tonight, everything ends. What happened backstage before the lights came on? What made Kendrick say, "This is bigger than mine"? Both of us. And why did SZA walk off the stage shaking like she knew it was over? This wasn't just a concert. It was a breakdown live. It wasn't always like this. There was a time not long ago when Kendrick Lamar and SZA were untouchable, a dream duo. Two of the most gifted voices of their generation, orbiting the same universe with unmatched chemistry. Teed's golden children. Every time they touched a track together, it turned to gold. All the Stars wasn't just a song, it was a statement. Two artists bleeding soul into every note. But somewhere along the way, that magic started to crack. The smiles faded, the vibes shifted, and the silence between them grew louder. No one knows the exact moment things started to break, but fans started noticing subtle changes around early 2023. Kendrick stopped reposting SZA's work. SZA, in return, began distancing herself in interviews. In one quiet sit-down, when asked about working with Kendrick again, she hesitated, gave a faint smile, and said, "Some connections don't always stay aligned." It was brushed off as a vague response, but now it sounds like foreshadowing behind closed doors. Sources close to both artists whisper about friction. Creative tension, sure, but also something deeper. Personal wounds. Some insiders even claim they had a brief romantic entanglement in late 2022. "It wasn't planned," said one anonymous label source. But feelings got involved. And once that line was crossed, there was no going back. And that's when the emotional undertones in their music started to hit different. Fans re-listened to old songs with new ears. Was that heartbreak in SZA's Kill Bill really about an ex? Or was it coded pain about someone closer? Someone respected, trusted, then lost. And Kendrick. His recent verses have been darker, more reflective. One unreleased track allegedly recorded just 2 months ago leaked online with a cryptic line, "I gave my soul to someone who sang like the wind." But her silence hurt worse than her sins. Fans believe that someone was. SZA Villa Park was supposed to be a turning point, a reunion, a healing moment. For months, rumors swirled about the duo appearing together again. Their names were spotted on internal tour documents, but nothing was confirmed. Fans begged for a collab set. Ticket prices skyrocketed the moment whispers of Kendrick and SZA hitting the stage together leaked. And then finally, 3 days before the show, boom. The official announcement for one night only, Kendrick Lamar x SZA live at Villa Park. Fans lost their minds. People flew in from all over Europe. Hotel rooms sold out within hours. And on the day of the show, lines wrapped around the venue, rain or not. Villa Park had never seen anything like it. But something was already off. Fans outside the stadium started noticing weird activity. Blacked-out vans pulling up to the back entrance. Tense-looking crew members speaking in hushed tones. One fan even recorded a clip of SZA arriving at the venue, her head down, wrapped in a massive hoodie, no smile, no wave. The caption read, "Sis looks like she bowed to cry. What is happening, RN?" Meanwhile, Kendrick was nowhere to be seen. Rumors swirled that he hadn't even arrived yet. People online speculated everything from flight delays to cold feet. But the truth, according to one backstage worker, was that he had been in the venue for hours, locked in a dressing room with the door guarded by 2 security personnel. No one was allowed in. It's not even his team inside that room. It's rumored that Kendrick was listening to the setlist on loop. Not to practice, but to emotionally prepare. "This ain't just music tonight," he reportedly told a staffer. "This is closure." And then the tweet. The one that stopped everyone in their tracks. A few minutes before showtime, SZA posted a single sentence to her Instagram story. White text on a black screen. No tags, no emojis. "You never said sorry." She deleted it within 60 seconds, but the screenshots had already spread like wildfire. Fans flooded Twitter. What does she mean? Is this about Kendrick? Others speculated that the entire performance was going to be one giant live apology, or worse, a live breakdown. Then the lights dimmed, and the crowd erupted. When SZA walked on stage first, the energy was explosive, but her expression, cold, her walk, stiff. This wasn't the carefree SZA fans knew. This was someone walking into battle. And then Kendrick appeared. The applause hit like thunder, but Kendrick didn't smile, didn't wave, didn't say a word. He stood still, staring out into the sea of lights and screams. And then he looked down, and they began. The opening track was All the Stars. Poetic, haunting, painful. They sang together but never once looked at each other. And the fans, they felt it. Thousands of people watching, recording, whispering, something's not right. Then came love. Kendrick was gone, and everything had just shattered. No one knew where Kendrick had gone. Not the band, not the staff, not even the fans who had waited years to see him and SZA share the stage again. He just disappeared. In the middle of the song, thousands of people watching, mouths open, phones still recording as one of the greatest rappers alive walked straight off into the darkness without a single word. The camera crew scrambled. They cut 2 wide shots. The lighting techs dimmed the spotlight. Security darted to the wings. And SZA, she didn't move. She stood there, completely alone, in front of 20,000 fans. Trembling a few moments passed, she closed her eyes, took a deep breath, and kept singing. But her voice cracked, and then, mid-verse, the tears came drill. Risible, uncontrollable tears. And when the chorus ended, she didn't say thank you. She didn't smile. She just whispered into the mic, "You left me again," and walked off stage. The screen went black. For a full 3 minutes, Villa Park was silent, and then madness. Fans rushed online. Twitter, Reddit, Instagram, TikTok all exploded with theories, clips, screenshots. Backstage footage leaked, showing SZA crying in her dressing room, surrounded by her team, someone holding her hand. One of her backup dancers posted and deleted an Instagram story within seconds. The caption read, "This wasn't supposed to go down like this. He made her promise." And that's when the story twisted hard. Because as all eyes turned to Kendrick and SZA, someone else stepped into the storm. Solana's ex-producer, Taj Darrell. The name might not be familiar to casual fans, but Taj worked closely with SZA during the early days of CTRL, and according to him, he knows exactly what's going on, in a bombshell thread posted just minutes after the performance meltdown. Taj dropped a series of cryptic tweets. "Kendrick been playing with her heart since 2022. Y'all didn't know about the Paris trip? Villa Park was supposed to be a goodbye, but he broke the deal. Screenshots followed, text messages, timestamps, flight info. One message allegedly from SZA read, "He promised he'd sing the last verse with me. He promised. I'm not doing this again." The internet went into full detective mode. Timelines were built. Fans rewatched old interviews, looking for clues. Someone resurfaced a podcast where a guest casually mentioned that Kendrick and SZA almost got serious, but agreed. To keep it quiet, people thought it was a joke at the time. But now? It's being taken very seriously, and then the big leak dropped. A backstage video, grainy, shaky, clearly recorded in secret, showing Kendrick pacing in his dressing room just moments before the show. He's talking to someone off camera. And though the audio is muffled, one sentence is crystal clear. "She wanted closure. I can't fake that's *T." The clip was barely 12 seconds long, but it sent shockwaves. Was Kendrick refusing to perform the final song with SZA as some kind of emotional power play? Was this his way of ending things on his terms, by walking off, leaving her alone in the spotlight? Whatever the truth was, the fans were split. Some rushed to defend him. Kendrick is an artist. Maybe he couldn't handle the pain. Y'all, dragging him too fast. But others were furious. He broke her on stage, in front of all of us. This man knew what he was doing. Celebrities started weighing in to .kel.ani tweeted, "Manipulation isn't art," while Solange simply posted a black and white photo of a shattered mic. But wasn't just emotional damage being dealt, it was business within hours. The tour's official merch site quietly pulled the limited edition Kendrick and SZA hoodie. Fans who had already purchased it received cancellation emails. Someone leaked a screenshot from an internal team chat. "Pull all duo items immediately. Damage control mode." That's when the rumors of cancellations started swirling. Villa Park had been advertised as a one-night-only performance. But insiders claim there were talks of adding more dates, a joint tour across Europe. Contracts were allegedly in place. Venues reserved, deposits paid, but now dead. All of it. One promoter even claimed that Kendrick's team called at 2:38 a.m., less than 5 hours after the show ended, and told them, "Pull everything, we're done." And SZA, she posted nothing. Total silence. Not even a story. But her fans weren't quiet. The hashtag #ProtectSZA started trending. A fan page posted a video montage of SZA's performance, highlighting her shaking hands, teary eyes, and cracked vocals, with the caption, "This isn't performance art. This is a woman being broken in real time." It went viral, millions of views, shares from celebrities, and a pinned comment at the top that read, "Kendrick walked away. But we see you, Solana. And we hear you." But here's where it gets even darker. Because just when the drama seemed like it couldn't get worse, it did. A Reddit thread blew up with alleged details from a venue staffer. They claimed that after Kendrick left the stage, he refused to return, even when his manager begged him to. Allegedly, he told his team, "I already said goodbye. She just didn't hear it." And then he left the venue, alone. No security, no entourage, just a hoodie, a backpack, and headphones in his ears. But the twist, it didn't go home. Paparazzi caught him hours later at Birmingham Airport, boarding a private jet bound for France. Why? France. No one knows. Some say he needed to disappear. Others say he's headed to a secret writing retreat. One wild theory claims he's meeting with a European director to work on a visual album about heartbreak. But SZA, she stayed. And the last confirmed sighting of her was at 5:44 a.m. Walking into a hotel alone, no makeup, hoodie pulled tight, surrounded by silence. And that silence is deafening. By the next morning, the Villa Park meltdown wasn't just a trending topic, it had become the story. Every major blog, news outlet, and celebrity gossip site had one name on their homepage: Kendrick. And right under it, SZA. Headlines screamed like sirens. Kendrick walks off stage mid-song. SZA left sobbing. Emotional breakdown or performance art. Villa Park drama stuns fans. Former collaborators, now rivals. Kendrick and SZA's painful fallout explodes live. Even mainstream outlets like BBC News, Complex, and Variety chimed in, each with their own take on the emotional implosion no one saw coming. But while media outlets dissected the performance, social media was digging deeper. And what they found changed everything, because at 7:12 a.m., private account on Twitter leaked a group chat screenshot allegedly from one of Che's close friends. The message? Brutal. She told him this was her final show. She wanted closure. He agreed. She begged him to stay until the end. He looked her dead in the eyes and said, "I'll be there," and then he left. Fans didn't just react. They erupted. The hashtag #Kendrick. You lied started trending globally within minutes on TikTok. A clip of the exact moment Kendrick walked off. #Team SZA versus #Team Kendrick. People began unfollowing, blocking, arguing in comment sections. Entire fan pages switched allegiance overnight. One popular Kendrick stan account with 300K followers posted, "I've defended him through everything." But this hurt me. SZA's Spotify streams up 22% in 24 hours. Kendrick's, surprisingly, also up, but most streams were of emotional tracks like Pride, Feel, and You. Fans were reliving the pain through the music. And then, the next big twist, at exactly 4:09 p.m., a mysterious burner Twitter account posted a blurry screenshot of an alleged unreleased Kendrick song. The file name? Letters to Solana Demo Solana, SZA's real name. The post included a 34-second clip, raw, unmastered vocals, and the lyrics. "You gave me stars, but I needed silence. You sang me to sleep, but left in defiance. I never said I didn't care. I just couldn't hold you there." Fans lost their minds. Was this the apology he never said on stage? Had he written it months ago? Was this the goodbye he couldn't say out loud? Some claimed the leak was intentional, that Kendrick's team dropped it to control the narrative. Others believed a studio engineer went rogue, disgusted by the emotional damage they witnessed. Either way, it worked because suddenly the tone shifted again. People began asking, was Kendrick really the villain? Or was he just broken too? A viral tweet summed it up perfectly. SZA cried on stage, but Kendrick cried in silence. This wasn't betrayal. This was two broken hearts trying to say goodbye the only way they knew how. Meanwhile, SZA finally broke her silence. Kind of. She liked one post. Just one. It was a fan-made graphic that read, "Closure means different things to different people. I just needed mine to be heard, and that was it. No post, no video, just that." And yet, it said everything. But before fans could even begin to heal, before the dust could settle, boom. Another twist, a celebrity blog based in France dropped. Exclusive footage of Kendrick arriving in Paris, not alone. In the video, blurry and chaotic, Kendrick steps out of a car at a luxury recording studio, followed by a woman, not a staff member, not his manager. It was Ari Lennox. Yes, Ari Lennox, another voice, another soul singer, another collaborator with emotional history. The clip shows Kendrick and Ari walking side by side into the studio, laughing, something he hadn't done at Villa Park, and that triggered a whole new storm. Was Kendrick moving on? Was this a rebound collaboration? Had Ari replaced SZA musically or emotionally? Fan theories erupted. Memes, edits, comparison videos, side-by-side performance breakdowns. And the question that no one could answer, had Kendrick already found a new muse. Villa Park might have been the stage, but now the entire world was the arena. What started as a single emotional breakdown between two artists had become a wildfire, consuming social media, sparking fierce debates and dragging in every major voice in the music industry. By the 48-hour mark, the fallout was unstoppable. SZA single quotes. SZA single quotes. SZA fans were in full defense mode, tire threads dedicated to decoding her lyrics, analyzing past performances, and building a timeline of emotional pain. One fan even created a 12-minute TikTok essay titled, "The Anatomy of a Public Heartbreak. Solana's Slow Collapse." It went mega viral, reposted by celebrities, played on podcasts, even sampled in a Rix. Her supporters weren't holding back. Hashtag Justice for Solana was trending across multiple platforms. Fan art poured in, paintings of her standing alone. On stage, cartoons of a shattered heart microphone, AI-generated images of a goddess walking through fire. The vibe? Pain, but power. On the other side, Kendrick's fanbase was fracturing. Some stood firm, convinced he was misunderstood. They quoted his past lyrics, defended his silence, claimed the emotional toll was too heavy for him to bear. Others weren't so forgiving. They flooded his comment sections, demanded apologies, and some even began boycotting his merch. One fan posted a brutal comparison. SZA cried through the pain and stayed. Kendrick ran from it. The tweet hit 4.1 million views in a day. And celebrities, they were choosing sides carefully, but clearly. Cardi B tweeted, "Performing with someone you used to love is a special kind of hell. Protect SZA," while Childish Gambino posted, "Some art hurts the artist, and the audience forgets that." Doja Cat dropped a simple but powerful post, "I believe her." But the biggest reaction came from someone nobody expected. Rihanna. She posted a photo of herself wearing a limited edition SZA x Kendrick tour hoodie, the one that got pulled from shelves with the caption, "Still got mine, still hurts." Millions of likes. And SZA liked it too. Meanwhile, behind the scenes, industry chaos had kicked in. TDE, their shared label, went into lockdown mode. Internal sources claim executives were panicking, deals were stalling. Meetings were being held non-stop to figure out damage control. At least 3 scheduled interviews with Kendrick were canceled last minute. A promo shoot for a rumored deluxe project between the two scrapped, and SZA. She reportedly turned down a 7-figure brand deal scheduled to be announced the day after Villa Park. A source said she told her team, "I can't fake it right now." Her silence became